One of the first big jobs in putting everything back together in our 1920s bungalow by the sea is now a week away from being completed. We are finally having our underfloor heating system installed. This week, we're working on the final few jobs to fully get us ready for it, plus excitingly planning out what you can expect next in this project. Hello, welcome back to the bungalow. So at the end of the last video, I mentioned that I'm about to work on a really cool project in collaboration with another company. And that's still going to happen. I'm just waiting on a few more tools and materials to arrive so I can just jump straight in and show you everything that I've been planning, designing, scheming. I've really put a lot of my energy into it, and it's been, not gonna lie, it's been so nice to actually just focus on a furniture piece instead of trying to get everywhere in the bungalow all to the same stage. I also want to mention, actually, that's kind of a nice little segue, at some point very soon we'll be kind of done with doing all the general jobs throughout the whole bungalow, if that makes sense, and then we'll be ready to move in. So we'll then be doing mini-series with the very first one. And I think I'm ready to tell you what the first one is. But the first mini-series that I'm going to be working on is the guest bedroom, because naturally that's the room that we're going to be moving into. It will just be a phase one makeover. So not the ultimate design of what the room's going to be, but enough for us to move in. It'll be calm, comfortable, our little sanctuary that we can just close the door and just shut all of this other stuff out, and it will feel pretty finished. We're gonna just kind of whitewash it with rock salt. Rock salt's kind of like an off-white, and then the projects. The projects are what I'm actually really excited to tell you about. There's 4 of them. One of the projects is actually the one that I'm working on in collaboration with this company. I'm not going to tell you which one. So that's our headboard, which is currently in our bedroom at home. At the moment it's grey, and I kind of want to do a painting DIY on it. There's also 2 different bedside tables. They've both got the same elegant, soft scallop design. They're both vintage. One of them's got a marble top and kind of like a little cupboard, and you look in and it's got this ceramic bowl. It's quite quirky. And then the other one's, I think, a little bit more Spanishy, and I want to do something to the bottom of it, just so it doesn't look like you've taken it out of someone's grandmother's attic or something. Just wanted to add a bit more of a texture. And then the last project, which actually has 2 items in it, are these vintage table lamps, which I found from Etsy. They just need a bit of a clean up, but I've got some really cool table lampshade designs that I'm sort of mulling over. So I definitely need your opinions on that. So that's the 4 projects that I'll initially be working on for the guest bedroom. But before then, before we can focus just on that room, just so you know where we're at with the rest of the bungalow, we've got our underfloor heating system that arrived. I'm gonna do one job actually for that today, which I'm calling it my cheese wheel. Because I just think in food, basically. And that is like a little foam edging, and I need to go around every single bottom edge of every room and just put this foam around, just so apparently it's supposed to retain the heat so that the heat doesn't go through the sides. So I need to do that today. You'll see me do that. We've also had a guy booked in, and he's going to install it next week. And then it's kind of like, it starts the ball rolling then. So once that's in, we can get our screed guy back, and that could be the following week. Then we've got another guy back, and he's going to start putting in our new boiler, all of our taps where we need them to be. And then we also are planning on having our bathroom, our ensuite bathroom, put together hopefully by the end of August, or maybe even early September. What's the date today? We are, oh my God. Okay, so I think we're the 20th of July today. I'm going to make a prediction. I think we're going to move into this place mid-September. September 16th, I think we'll be moved in. Hopefully that happens. In terms of today's jobs, however, as I've already mentioned, I want to install the foam edging. I want to pinpoint exactly where each thermostat's going to go for the underfloor heating in each room. So we wanted to be able to change the temperature in each room. And then, I also Might do a bit more outside work. Last weekend we had James's family come round and they helped us basically trim back the front garden. I also took out a lot of bricks and got rid of the pillars, and all that's left now is like the bases that are kind of in the ground, but we do still need to get rid of them. We have an amazing neighbour and she basically tells us if there's like anything wrong with the property when we're not here. And she said that there was a bird that got in and got stuck here. So if at any point a little bird shows up or you see it in the background, that is why. We have not decided to have a bird, it's just flown in. And I was kind of expecting, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting to find it on the floor. I haven't. I don't know where it is. I'm hoping, because I've opened all of the doors and the windows, that it's just flown out. Because she said it was very tiny. So if I do just start talking about a random bird, that is why. I'm gonna start putting this edging down, get us ready for this underfloor heating. Oh, I can't believe we're here. Right, let's get on with it. So here is our cheese wheel, our foam edging. I just like calling it our cheese wheel. And I basically need to just push it. I've just found the bird, guys, and I've been following a trail of chaos and I found it, and as you can imagine, it's not, yeah. I didn't mention this, but we are having roofers come and make the whole place watertight. So this sort of thing can't happen again, where like little birds and other creatures can possibly come in. And obviously it'll be nicer when we actually move in that there's not a breeze or a draft or any leaks, because we did have a leak as well. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, I feel really sad now. I mean, I'm glad that I found it. I was kind of hoping that it'd like flown out of the window and the doors as soon as I opened them without me sort of like seeing, but. So I've just finished installing all of that foam edging, so I can tick that off my list. And then James and I have just done a little FaceTime, and where that black dot is, that's where the thermostat's gonna go in here. And we've basically just gone around each room and figured out all of that. Oh, it's cool. It's like we're figuring out how the flow of the space is gonna work and where all of like the touch points are gonna go. So again, yeah, that black dot down there. So this is the office that I'm currently in. And then that's gonna control the office, and then this space that I'm currently in with the chimney, that's gonna be like one zone, so both rooms will be at the same temperature. And then this room will be the living room. That dot behind me is where that thermostat's gonna go. But I think that's gonna be it for now. My next thing is to come back down Sunday and basically start chopping down this pallet. It's quite wet at the moment because we've had a lot of rainfall, so I'm gonna let that dry. And then the plan is to cut, keep this attached, but then start putting them kind of down here at the end of every single doorway, just so when the screed is poured, it's not like fighting against it. There'll be like a solid, I guess like a solid fake wall. So it's gonna go there, there, and oh yeah, behind here and behind here. There's not much more I can do down here now, so I think I might pick you up again on Sunday. We're coming back down here with James's dad, and he's going to help us more with the garden, because then we can start sort of like peeling back the layers out there as we've done so indoors. So yeah, I shall pick you guys back up then. Hi guys, it's now Sunday. We've had a bit of a change of plan, so we didn't end up having a garden day, but what I have done is bought spray paint, and we basically planned out where the underfloor heating pipes aren't gonna go, mainly in this room. That used to be the dining room, but we're splitting it up into the ensuite and walk-in wardrobes and a cupboard, really trying to like make the most of this room. As you can see, we're not going to have pipes laid along here or on here, but the reason why there's this bit in the middle is because the manifold, so basically the main hub where all of the pipes are going to go into, is going to be right here in the cupboard. So he'll be able to run them straight along here and then spread them out and take them wherever he needs to take them. This bit is going to be my wardrobe. Oh, I should also mention this is also going to be James's wardrobe, but obviously split between the cupboard and his. So that's all planned out. And then of course, we're gonna box the toilet in, so that's a no-go. And then other than that, we've planned out where the walls are gonna go back in. Please do excuse this crazy hair of mine. But what is quite funny is we're actually reverting this home back to how it was. So as you can imagine, with this being such an old building, there used to be a wall here, hence why there's a leaf here and a leaf there. So yeah, we're gonna put these walls back in. And then even this doorway, if you've been following along, we took this doorway out, but this was originally here and we've just unveiled it again. So it is quite funny. Another job I've done is create a temporary barrier using wood and bricks for every single doorway. So when it comes to the screed being poured, there's not gonna be like these weird ripply shapes being created. That's where we're at. And I guess we're pretty much prepped now for Friday, which is very, very exciting. I'm just making sure that all of the windows are closed before we go. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very much looking forward to having a bit of a break at home. Because it is a lot, it has been a lot since coming back from the wedding and then getting straight back into doing all of this. I'm very much just excited to rest a little bit and hopefully work on this project that I keep mentioning and kind of start getting the apartment all nice and ready for potentially putting it up on the market before the year is out. God, saying that out loud sounds very strange, but it's the natural next thing that we've got to do. Right, that's done. Right, I shall see you guys back at the apartment. Before I sign off this week's video, I just want to say a massive thank you if you managed to get to the end. There was a lot to update you on this week with the trades that we've booked in and to update you on all of the progress as I missed last week just because I was trying to get something ready for the project and obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, I really appreciate you watching. It's such an exciting time now that we can get the professionals involved and we can kind of take a bit of a step back. I know for me personally, I really need that break right now so I can put my creative energy elsewhere into these furniture projects. And I didn't mention this, but we also need to start going tile shopping for our ensuite. So I will be doing a video on that very, very soon. Make sure you give the video a like if you enjoyed it and make sure you're subscribed for all of the upcoming videos. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye guys.